Welcome to Tap In with T.
Okay,
My piece, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all start small.
man, we got Miss Dean. How you doing? You still
What's
good?
up?
You still good?
Oh,
You
of
ready for
course.
this, man?
I'm always
You ready
ready.
for this? We got big information. Okay, we're gonna give you the floor. Open the floor up
Go ahead.
and tell us about what you got going on and what's going
Who
on.
you are
who you are and what you got
have
going on.
on.
So I am Takisha Sibley. I am a holistic iridologist. I study the iris of the eye, which is the color part. I don't do no diagnosing. I can detect what you inherited from your ancestors. You are made up of 62 people between your mother and your father. That's 5 generations. And I have a microscope camera to where it blows your iris up and I can read the threads in your eyes. I like to call them your birthmarks.
Your real birth.
Now, why do you feel like that is important for people to know? Like, what is this avenue? What is this? Because this is holistic health, correct?
Yes.
So, why is this so important?
So it's important because you live with your body, you sleep with it, you walk with it, and when you go to the doctor, it shouldn't be your doctor telling you what is wrong. You should be able to go to the doctor's office and explain, and they listen to you because you know how you feel. So if you know what's going on with your health, then that gives them a heads up on how they need to care for you instead of it being the other way around, because your body speaks to you in a lot of different ways, and we've been taught not to pay attention to those signs. And I like to look at it as when you know what's going on and you have a heads up on your health, then you know how to take care of your person.
Girl, you gave me chills. I mean, I just shaved today, so my hairs ain't sticking up. But
I see it.
I definitely,
see it.
she gave me chills because how she broke it down. It has been so many times, not only myself, family members and people I see go to the hospital or emergency room, and we're looking for a diagnosis from the doctor. We want them to tell us what we have going on. And when she said, you're supposed to know how to break it down and explain it to the T, and then they can basically take that information and see what to do with it. But a lot of times we are hoping and going to them, well, what do you think? You know, and then that's true.
And just because you have, I'm going to use myself for example. I inherited an autoimmune deficiency, and it has to come from my grandfather's side because he had crippling arthritis. So that's nothing but a bunch of mucus accumulated in your body, which makes you stiff. You can't move. It'll suffocate you. It'll cripple you to where you can't walk. He was wheelchair bound when he passed. And so now that I know what I inherited, I stay away from whatever causes inflammation in my body. And
so
I
dairy,
did, and that's dairy, meat. A lot of things causes inflammation. Back in 2020, I had a scare with my right eye. It was drooping, it was watering, it was pink eye. It just looked like somebody just beat me up. Sometimes my vision would come and go, and I went to the eye doctor, to my family physician. Blood work came back, inflammation. Inflammation levels was high. So instead of them saying, Takisha, change your diet, they had 4 prescriptions waiting for me.
Of course.
And I had to go see a rheumatoid arthritis who gave me a prescription that was going to affect my heart and my kidneys. That was the side effect. Why would I do that? Exactly. Why would I do that?
And it doesn't necessarily cure nor fix the problem.
Right.
It doesn't make any promises. It's well, it can do this, but it'll lead to this.
Right.
So, question, is that when you started your journey on the holistic, when you had your self problem guy?
Yes. And I went home and I cried. It was depressing. I had a complex because it destroyed like my whole face, like everything changed.
Did you think you was gonna have a stroke?
I thought that I was gonna go blind.
Oh, okay.
Because I would literally feel my eye muscle giving out on me.
Like pulsing and pulsing. Yeah.
Yep.
I get it. Okay.
Yep. And then I was exhausted all the time because I was using everything in me to strain to keep my eyes open. So that causes headaches. And I'm frustrated, and I'm still eating jacked up, right? Because I don't know not to eat this stuff. so it's making it
Of course,
worse.
right.
And like just one thing happened after another, and I was in Whole Foods, and I'm just talking to myself like, what do I need to take? The lady walked up to me. She like, what you need? I took my glasses off. I said, something going on with my eye.
A stranger?
Yeah. And she took my hands and she was like, honey, she said, I got something for you. And she took me down the aisle to some cast oil. Cast oil. Um, she said, spray this on your eyelid at night because it's going to be a film. She said, rub it in your eye. She said, and then change your diet. And I'm like, what do that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
okay, I'm going to spray my
That's
eye.
foreign. That's foreign.
So I'm like, can I have your phone number? Can we talk? And she gave me her number. And she was like, I want you to go get you a colon cleanse. She said, whatever you eating, stop. So I drove to Brook Park up in Cleveland and got a colon cleanse for 6 Saturdays in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Changed my diet. That lady passed me on to Renee.
Uh-huh.
And I worked with Renee for 6 weeks. She pricked my finger, told me what my blood type was. Then I got an appointment to go see my doctor. So I done seen Renee twice already.
Uh-huh.
So I'm seeing the difference in how I'm feeling.
Exactly.
Because I ain't bloated no more.
Yes.
I'm excited about life again.
Yeah.
So I'm telling my doctor, like, I need you to do my blood work again. I said, I'm getting a colon cleanse, and I found out what my blood type was. Oh, she shot that down. She like, oh, there's no scientific fact that, you know, this is going to work for you. This is the prescription that I have. This is what you need
Of
to take.
course.
No.
Because if you think about it, I mean, that's competition. They're actually like battling. That's like a battleground. You know, they don't believe.
And
Not even to say they don't believe. It's just that affects their business.
And it worked. It's proven it worked because look at your eye today. It's beautiful. It worked.
You don't remember when COVID came and the lady, was she an African or something? I don't want to misspeak, but there was a lady that was foreign and she was saying she had cured everybody with zinc and she had all these trials and they shut her down and pulled her license. And they said, no, you ain't allowed to do that. You got to do this. But they didn't have a cure, but they didn't want her curing people with this. And I'm not knocking anything. I'm not saying anything, but that is just what happened. And she had a case study that everybody had survived during her trial periods of her treating them. But
beautiful story. Now look, I know you got some products now. I know you got some products to show us. I know you got something, you know what I mean? You got something. We got something on display. Let's display some of these products.
I can't wait to try it, honestly.
So I have some products through Vita Health. They are all natural products, and it's 4 systems. It's the detoxification, the restore, the nourish, and the awakening. And so it's best to detox the body first. When I say these products are amazing, I can't make any medical claims, but people is enjoying life again, and they're not taking the hard prescription drugs anymore.
Now, Takisha, when you say they are organic, when you say they are natural, when you say they have no products in them, do you mean like are they 100% non-GMO? Like
100%.
Because you know sometimes they'll do that now. They'll say they're organic, but they're GMO in a sense.
Yep, they're 900% GMO products.
Okay.
They are. It's 100% natural.
Y'all hear that? This is what we want,
yes,
correct? This is what we want. This is true nourishment.
Real nourishment.
Yes.
I need me some. I'm gonna tell y'all
I'm
what.
definitely getting me
I'm
some.
getting me the detox. I'm getting on some stuff because you know T-Vix ain't moving the same way it used to move. You know what I mean?
Except when you hit the 30s and up. Don't even worry about how you used to be.
I gotta get me something to get me together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Low energy. You know what I mean? It's low energy, but that's from them toxins. You know what I mean?
You can work out every day. You can eat clean. You can have the best body mentally. Your thoughts is everything. It's clean. You still need some kind of supplement to level and balance because we live in the United States. Now, come on. It's allowed chemicals in our products, in our food. We don't know what we eat in. So it's suggested that we take some kind of healthy supplement every day, and why not something natural?
For real.
Yes.
I
Very
believe in
true.
that. I see something different. Like when I grew up, the kids that would come home from school, they would go outside and play. Now I'm seeing kids come home and go to sleep.
Yep.
So
All
I'm saying
of 'em.
all of them. It's like I was thinking it was just my kids, but I was asking other people and they were like, damn, my kids going to sleep too after school. They tired, man. So I said it's the same schedule we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference? There got to be something going on with the food
Yep.
and the nourishment that we giving.
It's the
nowadays.
sugar.
Yeah.
And then also,
They crashing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
they
then
get that
also,
big, they crash
they're
out.
finding out so many things. Like they're finding out so many things, and they're doing so many studies where they're finding out what's causing autism
Mm-hmm.
in our food and some of our in some of our shots that we're giving our kids, vaccinations, things
Mhm.
like that. The bag is getting, torn apart. They're pulling the tricks out the bag,
Mhm.
But what I was gonna say is these products are so vital for us in our community of people because a lot of times they don't really know how to heal us.
No.
They're experimenting. We're experiments in a
Yeah.
sense.
Mhm.
And no shots. Shots out to the doctors that work hard and grind. This is no shot to
Oh,
anyone
absolutely.
Well, y'all
in the
know that's
healthcare.
what medicine
Mhm.
is too.
What?
It's trial and
Mhm.
error. So
Exactly.
we give these people this for 30 years, and then we see what happened, and then we write it and down, and then we get better.
But
Yeah.
this is
That's
what I
how
want to
it
say.
is.
What I love about this product is that even through your trial and error, there's no side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where I was leading with why these are so vital.
Yeah.
Because it takes time to figure things out. We're
Mhm.
still learning our bodies. Most of us, like you said, we've been taught the wrong things.
Mhm.
So we're relearning. And in the process of relearning, who wants to have their bladder go out or liver go out because, they got to take medication that causes these side effects.
Mhm.
Well, with these, you can work on the root problem. If it doesn't work, you can switch your product up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
always-
again, I stand behind anything that is natural, organic, and does the body good.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get
So
something.
Takisha,
out of
you
that,
are
man.
very necessary for our community.
Yeah.
If y'all need to, make sure you let them know where they can follow you, where they can get the products. Just
And we're gonna add that to
Yeah.
this. We're gonna make sure y'all get all the links. And
Yeah, we gonna add it,
We
but
gonna
just in
add
case.
it, just in
Yeah.
case, we go ahead and let them know how they can follow you right now.
And I just want to before I do that, I want to say to anybody out there suffering from anything, it could be, when I say anything,
Mhm.
anything, you clean your gut, you do a detox, your stomach, your gut is the real brain. You clean and you get a detox, you can, I can't say the word cure, I can't do no diagnosing, but y'all get what I'm trying to say.
yes.
You will be free, and just mark my words. Detox and clean your system and change the way you look at life and forgive yourself for whatever you done. Clean your stinking thinking and clean your gut, and you will live, and you won't need nothing. You won't have to let whatever you suffering from be a death sentence to you. Put it like that.
You know what? Let's clap that up. I love that.
We got to.
But she opened up a book, and this is how I'm going to say I 110% agree with that statement. When I was overweight, I'm still battling now after I had my son, but when I was overweight, I hired a personal trainer, and she was so adamant and so on me about my mindset. I'm like, why is she bothering me about my mindset? She was talking about spirituality and like having my mind aligned with my body. I'm like, this lady just had me lift some weights and leave me alone. Like I want to lift 20s, 50s. I'm ready. It's almost like playing the keyboard and you want to do the full song, but you got to learn the notes.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to, and it's like the same thing with the mind. It's like, I didn't understand it at the time, why it was so important for my mind to align with my body and to clear that mindset up. Like, because I did have a lot of negative thoughts, beating yourself up, feeling like you can't do it, feeling like, like it's a death sentence, certain diagnoses. But it's like, you 110% correct, because when I started changing my mindset, my body fell in line, and it just went like, I even became a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And I
So
viewed
did.
life completely different.
Yeah.
So I agree. And I'm not just saying this, you cool, I like you as a person, but this has nothing to do with our relationship. I stand behind that because it's so real. And that's manifestation with anything though.
Yes.
You know? So
I'm gonna give y'all another gem. you know what? I'm gonna do this, and I'm document it, and give y'all the information on how I felt. I'm gonna tell you some of this product because I've been looking for something to clean my digestive tract out. I've been looking for something, and it's crazy. I didn't even know. I thought you was bringing a different product.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I did
crazy.
too.
It's crazy that you done brought the cure, but not the cure, but you brought what I need.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because I really, and this is real talk, as it hit me, you know what I mean? I've been telling you, personal off the camera. I'm like, I need to find something that I can, you know what I mean? And then she done brought it right to me. You see how God put the people in your life that you need. You know what I mean?
So let's not sidetrack. That's 100. That's real. I love that. Takisha dropped some jewels of where they can find you. If you want to go more and show them some more products, these are some of the products.
Yeah,
If you want to share anything else, as far as like product wise or business wise or anything personal with you, this is your time to shine, girl.
So I am on social media as Takisha Sibley, and I have another page. That's my Facebook. And I got another Facebook as Iris by Takisha. Those are my two handles for social media, either Takisha Sibley or Iris by Takisha, and I'm on TikTok as well.
Yeah, she on TikTok.
And I'm my holistic wellness office is Trace Kismet Wellness at 2767 Front Street on the lower level. If you in Northeast Ohio, Cog Falls area, the lower level.
Yeah, y'all gotta get to it.
Well, I'll be visiting. Who else coming? So all I want to know is
Who's coming with me? Come on, y'all.
we appreciate
We
you.
want y'all to do this.
Thank you.
Let's get healthy together. Let's live life, love, laugh, and be here for a long time
Yes.
together.
And I want you to know something coming from me, someone who has suffered throughout different health situations and just been discouraged in certain areas. You are doing a service to our community. You are doing a service to the people, because a lot of times it isn't just about you guys getting a check. Y'all have to do the research. Y'all have to find out a lot of things. And I got a lot of respect for people like you. So shouts out to Takisha. I really, really hope that y'all follow up with her. And like she said, don't let your diagnosis be your death sentence. So
Yeah, let's do it together. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it together. Let's get healthy. Let's get healthy and wealthy together. Let's do it, y'all.
Let's do
Come on, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Man, and that's another Tap In with T Fix and Miss Dean. Man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, share, tell a friend. Tag somebody that need this information, man. Let them know we got it right here for them. Tag your friend, tag your friend, tag a friend. Hey, and make sure you rep where you from, where you from, where you from. Drop it in the comment right now so we know where you from, man. I'm from Akron, Ohio, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, what's up? What's up? What's up? Man, tap in with T Vix and Miss Dean every Wednesday.
because you just don't know who's gonna be on the show next.
Yeah, it could be, you know what I mean? I ain't even gonna name drop, because y'all know we know him. Y'all know we know him.